home have ever tried to learn English as a second language or know someone who has, they'll tell you English can be one of the trickiest and most difficult challenges of their life. Well, we've got the author of English is Stupid, a fantastic new educational tool, Judy Thompson, here. How are you, Judy?
I'm very well, thank you.
Why is English so stupid?
English is stupid because English writing and English speaking don't go together. They're in fact two completely separate languages.
What do you mean?
Well, there's 26 letters in the Latin alphabet that we use, and there are more than 40 sounds in English, and there's no correspondence between the letters and the sounds. So do you want to hold that up?
I want to learn your system, but first I want to know, why did you do it? Why did you basically revolutionize the way English is being taught as a second language?
I was teaching adults English, and no one was learning to speak. They were learning the alphabet, spelling, and grammar, and they wanted me to teach them to speak, and I wasn't doing it. So that started the voyage in how speaking works and how to make those rules apply.
Well, certainly if anyone is watching who's ever tried to learn perhaps French or another language, the writing seems to take precedence over the speaking part of it. Is that just a culture of education?
The culture of education, very good, because that's not how you learned it in the first place.
True. The trickiness has already begun.
Yeah.
So show me how you have changed things, because really educators are taking this book into every classroom practically, and the way English is being taught has completely changed. And I would dare say probably for the better.
For the better. Great results.
Okay. So inside English is Stupid, we're going to see a lot of exercises, much like the one you're about to perform for me right now. I'm a bit nervous.
Are you?
Yes.
You'll be okay.
All right. So
English looks like this, but you can't tell from the letters that those words would sound the same. And they're not bizarre words. They're regular, normal. To and go. Two letters don't sound the same in English. So flip the card over.
Okay. So read, head, and said actually should look a little bit like this.
Yeah, so English looks like this, but it sounds like this. And when the students can see and distinguish how English sounds, then they read it with confidence. They can speak it with confidence. They go ahead. It's exactly how it looks.
Well, to an untrained teacher of English, it sounds and looks to me like this is a more phonetic-based way.
Oh, chapter 1 is phonetic. It's a phonetic alphabet that works.
So what do you think is the major obstacle then for people learning English?
Oh, they try to learn English as one language. So they learn the alphabet, spelling, and grammar, which are all great and important tools, but they're only for writing. So then there's an expectation that, you have all this information, now speak. And they never do. They can't. There's no connection.
So the book learning and the actual practical practice of language is never integrated enough.
Exactly. So, we teach good morning, how are you, things like that in class, and we step into the hall and we go, yo, what's up? And which is perfectly effective English, and they can't make the connection. They can't make that leap.
Joy, you're so straight. You're honestly, Judy is on. I think that's got to be very rewarding as a teacher.
It's the greatest job in the world.
Is it truly for you?
It sure is.
Your passion is very obvious, and clearly you had to have it to put this together. But when you're in the classroom and adults are struggling, what do you say to them to keep them encouraged along the way?
Oh, they have a little bit of misguidance. They struggle with grammar, and they worry about their accents. And when they understand the 6 points that hold all of speaking English together, accent and grammar accents are adorable. We think their accent's adorable, and yet they cover their mouth and apologize. I'm sorry for my accent. You go, that's not the issue, and the issues are in there, and they're very simple. And then they say, why didn't someone tell me this before?
Is it that freeing for the people in your classes?
Freeing is the perfect word. Yeah, you see their shoulders lift and their heads tilt, and they begin to speak with their neighbors. People live here 15, 20 years and don't say hello to their neighbors. They're that restricted. They're that self-conscious about making mistakes. So that goes away quite quickly.
I think you're giving a lot of inspiration to people at home. If an adult was to be benefited by this book, how long could you estimate? I mean, obviously every person is different, but how long do you think it would take for them to see the benefits of this teaching program?
They can see it immediately. It's like the cello. You can read about how to play the cello, but you actually have to play it. So what the book does is allow them to use the language that they already have. So even if they're beginners and they only have a few words, they're unself-conscious about using them, and their world just gets bigger.
Judy Thompson, you're a Toronto inspiration. We're a city of immigrants, but now we're all going to be speaking perhaps the
We are.
common
It's about
language.
community, belonging.
Thanks so much. For more information, if you're a teacher out there or a parent or someone who just wants to give a helping hand, EnglishIsStupid.com is where you go to get this amazing guide.